Revelation chapter 6 is a chapter in the Bible, specifically in the New Testament, which is often interpreted as describing the opening of the first 6 seals by the Lamb of God, leading to various events that unfold on earth. These events are often seen as symbolic and have been subject to various interpretations throughout history. In many interpretations, Revelation chapter 6 is viewed as a depiction of the beginning of the end times or apocalyptic events. The opening of the seals is said to herald various calamities and tribulations that will occur before the final judgment. Some common interpretations of the events described in Revelation chapter 6 include the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. These are often seen as symbolic representations of conquest, war, famine, and death, respectively, representing different aspects of the trials and tribulations that will occur. Martyrs and persecution. The souls of martyrs are depicted as crying out for justice, suggesting a time of persecution and suffering for believers. Cosmic disturbances. There are descriptions of cosmic disturbances, such as earthquakes and the sun turning black, which are often interpreted as signs of the impending end times. Fear and dread. The reaction of people to these events is described as one of fear and dread, highlighting the severity of the events unfolding. Interpreting Revelation, including chapter 6, is complex and varies among different Christian denominations and scholars. Some see it as describing events that have already occurred in the past, while others view it as prophecy yet to be fulfilled. Additionally, interpretations can be influenced by cultural, historical, and theological contexts. Therefore, it's important to consider various perspectives and interpretations when studying Revelation chapter 6 or any other part of the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 6 is a pivotal chapter in the book of Revelation, also known as the Apocalypse of John, found in the New Testament of the Bible. It's a chapter filled with vivid imagery and symbolism, often interpreted as describing the events leading up to the culmination of history and the return of Jesus Christ. Let's delve into a detailed examination of Revelation chapter 6, the seals. The first seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 1 to 2, the white horse. A rider on a white horse, symbolizing conquest, is unleashed upon the earth, equipped with a bow but no arrows. Interpretations vary, with some seeing this rider as representing the spread of the gospel, while others view it as symbolic of false peace or a conquering force. The second seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 3 to 4, the red horse. A rider on a red horse, symbolizing war, is released, given the power to take peace from the earth and cause people to kill one another. This is often interpreted as indicating widespread conflict and violence. The third seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 5 to 6, the black horse. A rider on a black horse, symbolizing famine, is set forth, holding scales, signifying scarcity and economic hardship. This seal is often understood as representing periods of scarcity and economic turmoil. The fourth seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 7 to 8, the pale horse. A rider on a pale horse, named Death, accompanied by Hades, is released, symbolizing death and pestilence, with authority over a quarter of the earth. This seal is commonly interpreted as representing widespread death, possibly through disease or other calamities. The fifth seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 9 to 11, the martyrs. The opening of the fifth seal reveals the souls of martyrs under the altar, crying out for justice. This seal is often seen as representing the suffering and persecution endured by believers. The sixth seal, Revelation chapter 6 verses 12 to 17, cosmic disturbances. The opening of the sixth seal brings about cosmic disturbances, including earthquakes, the darkening of the sun and moon, and the shaking of the stars. People react with fear and dread, recognizing the significance of these events. Interpretations and significance. Apocalyptic imagery. Revelation chapter 6 is rich in apocalyptic imagery, drawing on motifs found in the Hebrew prophets and ancient Near Eastern literature. The seals are often seen as indicative of divine judgment and the unraveling of God's plan for the world. Historical and symbolic interpretations. Interpretations of Revelation chapter 6 vary widely, with some viewing the seals as describing specific historical events, while others see them as symbolic of broader themes and patterns throughout history. Many interpret these seals as foreshadowing the tribulations that will precede the return of Christ and the final judgment. Theological significance. Revelation chapter 6 underscores theological themes such as divine sovereignty, judgment, redemption, and the perseverance of the saints. It serves as a reminder of the ultimate victory of God over evil and the assurance of hope for believers, even in the midst of trials and tribulations. In conclusion, Revelation chapter 6 is a chapter filled with profound symbolism and imagery, depicting the unfolding of divine judgment and the tumultuous events that will precede the culmination of history. Its interpretation is complex and varied, reflecting the diverse theological perspectives within Christian tradition. However, at its core, Revelation chapter 6 conveys the assurance of God's sovereignty and the hope of redemption for those who remain faithful amidst the trials and tribulations of the world. Apocalyptic symbolism. Revelation chapter 6 is filled with apocalyptic imagery, drawing upon Old Testament prophetic themes and symbolism. These seals are often interpreted as representing various stages of human history, leading up to the final judgment and the return of Christ. Divine judgment. The opening of the seals is seen as a form of divine judgment upon the earth, marking the consequences of human sin and rebellion against God. Hope and endurance. Despite the dire events described in Revelation chapter 6, there is a message of hope for believers who endure persecution and suffering, as seen in the souls of the martyrs under the fifth seal. Eschatological fulfillment. Many Christians interpret Revelation chapter 6 as part of the broader eschatological narrative, describing the events leading up to the final consummation of history and the establishment of God's eternal kingdom. In summary, Revelation chapter 6 paints a vivid picture of the opening of the seals, unleashing a series of events that symbolize conquest, war, famine, death, martyrdom, and cosmic disturbances. These events are understood within the broader context of divine judgment, eschatological fulfillment, and the ultimate triumph of God's purposes in the world. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.